Bonjour YouTube, welcome back to our channel. Today we are just sitting at home. It's because there is a strike going on and Paris is just a mess at the moment. Yeah. So for that reason we decided to make you an episode about the things we have no interest in filming or doing, and you will not be seeing them on our channel. So on y va.
Disneyland. If you've got kids, if you want to take kids on a ride, you know, if they are big fans of Disneyland, of course it's a great place, but it's not for us. Simply because, first of all, there's nothing historic in there. We don't do anything of this sort, what they do. We don't feel like we need to go there. Personally, this is just my personal opinion, I don't like what Disney has been doing. I used to like it when I was a kid. I don't like it anymore. It's become, I don't know, I feel like it veered off and away from what it was meant to be. Plus, we really don't understand why the prices are so crazy. It's really expensive to go to Disneyland. For this price, you can go to chateaus, you can have so much more fun, in our opinion, in a historic place. Versailles is cheaper than Disneyland, and in Versailles you've got history, you've got amazing architecture. I think in France in general, why would you go to Disneyland when you actually have the real chateaus, real castles? But yeah, anyway, so not our thing, not our theme. Nothing historic in there, nothing interesting for us. If you have kids and they want to go, please go, but we're not gonna have it on our channel.
As you know, we have 3 cats, and since my childhood I never had any interest visiting zoos or aquariums, simply because I'm an animal lover and I don't like animals being just kept in a closed environment. And for that reason I'm not really willing to record or show you any zoos in France. And of course same applies to aquariums as well. Those animals, they're all wild animals and they need to be kept, or they need to live in their wild environment.
Catacombs. Spiritual reason for me personally, I don't want to go to a place where the bones were pulled out from graves and then replaced and put somewhere else. I just feel like it's, I don't know, in my personal opinion, walking around bones that are all mixed in together, and plus a lot of bodies that were buried there are actually from the revolution time, meaning that, you know, the Cimetière de la Madeleine next to what is now Chapelle Expiatoire, the bones from there actually were transferred to catacombs, and the victims who were buried there initially were the victims who died during the revolution. So I don't know, I just feel like there is this energy that is not something I would like to associate with or to have on our channel. I feel like it's a little bit of you know, there's a bit too much negativity for us. Why we wouldn't go there as well is because what you see as a museum is really a small part of the catacombs. So from the perspective of content and interesting place, it doesn't make sense going and seeing that, because majority of catacombs are actually not allowed for public. There are a lot of videos on YouTube where people went there illegally from different points. I have a little bit of a claustrophobia, and so does Sinan, plus it's illegal to go to those parts, so we will not be doing that. But yeah, there's basically no point of going to Catacombs Museum, absolutely no point. Yeah, so Catacombs, don't expect it from us. Yeah.
And the next one for me is going on to big red buses. The bus takes you around Paris. There is nothing special. You might as well take a public transport and do the same thing. I don't understand the idea of this bus actually. It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, you would like to see things in Paris, you might as well take a public bus, or if you would like to have a private experience, you can take an Uber, which will be more comfortable than sitting with 50-60 people in the same place. And I advise you take a private boat by the Seine. There are very small cute boats, so you just need to hop on. I'm sure you will be having much better experience than in a big red bus. And yeah.
As Sinan just mentioned, the private boats yes, we would like to do that, but what we will not do is board one of those big bus boats that where you just go in and you just get on them and it's really loud. It's like a bus, just seats there and you're just going around the Seine, looking around. I mean, it doesn't really feel like an interesting exclusive experience. Obviously you would have to pay more for renting the little boat to go around the city, but that's what we are hoping to do in the future. So the big tour boats, it's not a thing for us. We're not going to be doing it, not interested. We just don't like it. So this is the list of things that you can easily expect us not to have on the channel. I know this episode is a little bit different from the usual ones. You probably expected us to travel somewhere, but as Sinan mentioned, at the moment it's a little bit difficult for us to locate and move around, simply because there are a lot of strikes going on. The trains are very unreliable. On weekends, it's just a mess. You could have a train in the morning to go somewhere out, and then there is no guarantee that you can come back, or you could have one train and then be like sardines. Plus Paris itself right now is full of garbage. There is a lot of garbage because the garbage collection teams are on strike as well. There's a lot of garbage in Paris. You can see it in social media everywhere, and there are a lot of protests at night in the evening. So basically we're just hoping that the next week we'll be able to bring you a trip somewhere. We've planned something. We hope that we can make it. In the meantime, if you like our content, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and until the next one, au revoir.